All right, here's a little instructional video on lesson 28. The first thing that we want to address are some word problems that use the word of and is. And to put it simply, whenever you read the word of, it means to multiply. And whenever you hear the word is, that means equals. So let's just translate our first example here. 3/4 of what number is 69? So we would write that as 3/4 of what number? I'm going to do this. 3/4 times what number? You could use WN or just W or N, whatever you like, is 69. Now, if we went ahead and solved this, we see that we have 3/4 times what number? So normally if we have something that's multiplied, we're going to divide both sides by that. But wait, because we never want to divide by a fraction, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. Dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So here's our original equation. 3/4 of what number is 69? If we multiply this by 4/3, then we have to multiply the other side by 4/3. Those cancel. We can see that our number is going to be 69 times 4 divided by 3. You can do the math. That is 92. Let's do another example. What fraction, so that would be your W or your N or WN, of, multiply, 40 is equals 24. So what number of 40, what fraction, sorry they used F for fraction, of 40 is 24. So now we use the same rules to solve this. Since those are multiplied, we're going to divide. Whatever you do divide one side by, you have to divide the other side by. So we divide this side by 40, divide this side by 40, and we get our fraction is 24 over 40, which can be simplified. They both are divisible by 8, so the fraction is 3/5. So now the last example, 2 1/2 of 240 is what number? First, let's translate this. 2 1/2 of 240 is what number? And we just have to, there's no undoing here. Do you see how your variable is already all by itself? So we're just going to do this arithmetic here. But before we multiply, we have to change 2 1/2 into an improper fraction. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 over 2 times 240. And you can do the arithmetic there. Comes out to be 600. All right, the next topic is functional notation. You can read this, basically functional notation, instead of having a y equals x plus 2 and finding a value for y, we can write f of x. This is read f of x. F of x is x plus 2. This means f is the function that takes an input, x, and adds 2 to it. Y is a function that takes an input, x, it squares it, and then it subtracts 2. We can have all different names of functions, f of x, g of x, h of x, whatever letter you like. And this helps us when we want to go ahead and evaluate a function at some value of x. So if h of x is defined to be this will be something that you are given. It will be in the book. And when you see h of -3, this means that we are going to put in a -3 wherever there is an x in the equation. So h of -3 will be 2 parentheses -3 cubed minus 3. Now when you evaluate this, make sure you do PEMDAS. -3 quantity cubed will be a -27. Multiply 2 times -57 is -54. Minus 3 more would give you -57. So the value of h of x when x equals -3 is -57. So this is just a different way of writing things. Let's get down here, this example. If f of x is defined to be this, find f of 2. That means remember to put a 2 in wherever you see the x, which is what they did here, and solve that out. Okay, I would recommend going through these practice problems just to make sure that you know what you're doing before you go ahead and start the homework. And let me know if you have any questions.